Musk is giving away money in key swing states to voters willing to sign a petition some view as political.
In our legal lens, Fox 2's Jeff Bernthal asked Brown and Crouppen attorney Andrea McNary what the law has to say about voting incentives.
Andrea, I guess let's start with what does the law say about buying votes?
Federal law is crystal clear. It is illegal to buy or sell votes. So under 18 U.S. Code 597, anyone who makes or offers any expenditure to influence a person to vote, not vote, or vote for a specific candidate can be fined or imprisoned for up to 1 year. Same thing for anyone who solicits, accepts, or receives any such favors is also subject to those penalties. In addition, violations for offering or accepting payment for voter registration or voting can result in fines of up to $10,000 and punishment for up to 5 years or both. So in short, it's very illegal to buy someone's vote or accept money in exchange for your vote.
And this is coming up, because of what Elon Musk is doing. What exactly, is he been offering here, and how does that square up with the law?
So from what I've read, like everybody else, he's offering $47 to individuals who recruit voters in swing states to sign a petition alleging support for the First and Second Amendments, along with free admission to events. He's offering $1 million daily prize to registered swing state voters who've signed the petition. So the catch here is that plays on both sides of the legal issue is these are petitions he's trying to get people to sign, not technically votes. But the flip side of that is because he's only opening these things up to, or these opportunities up to registered voters, there are people arguing it does fit squarely within the law and is a violation.
Any other just thoughts about where the law, stands regarding incentivizing voters?
Sure. So in Missouri, several actions have been criminalized as far as incentivizing voters. So you can't offer, lend, or agree to give money or something of value to induce someone to vote or not to vote. You can't accept money or consideration in exchange for voting or agreeing not to vote. You can't threaten someone with force or violence to influence someone's vote or keep them from voting. And you can't interfere with someone's right to vote. Missouri law and federal law takes very serious any attempts to elicit or influence voting activity.
A timely topic. Andrea McNary, as always, we appreciate the legal insight from Brown and Crouppen. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Jeff Bernthal, Fox 2 News.
And you can catch the legal lens on Fox 2 every Wednesday at 6 p.m.